Welcome. Is this running? Yeah, it is. Hello. And welcome to Coping with Donald. I'm Phil. Okay, we all know I wasn't even going to make another video for a while because on Thursday I am leaving for 10 days. And I'm not going to be thinking about Donald for 10 days. But as you can see, I'm all sweaty, and it's the middle of the day, and my air conditioner's not working, and all this stuff. Yay! But I had to actually because I've got to give my opinion on the Los Angeles protest and subsequent government reaction, which was Trump federalizing the California National Guard and threatening to send in the Marines. I don't understand how anybody at this point, this is my opinion, but I don't understand how anybody at this point can say that we're not in a transition to a dictatorship mode, authoritarian mode. And we appear to be losing ground. We're sort of like, if it was one of those competitions where there's a line in the middle and you got two teams of 10 people and they're pulling on a rope, we're starting to lose a couple of people. In a way, it's not as desperately shocking to me. Reason being that really we saw this in Portland back in 2020 when Trump was getting them to shoot people with rubber bullets because they were protesting and clogging up the streets. And Trump was asking his defense secretary, can we shoot them with real bullets, like in the legs or something? So at that point, that to me was a huge digression, a huge loss. A loss in feelings of humanity, which I would never accuse Trump of having. But I always thought that, to be honest, when push came to shove, when the police or the National Guard or ICE even, who was supposed to go after criminals, just criminals, violent, sorry about the voice, violent criminals. When push came to shove, I always thought those people, and the Marines, I always thought those people would draw the line. They say, no, I'm not shooting Americans because they're protesting in the streets, even if they're taking things out of a store. But I don't believe that anymore. Do you? If so, comment below. Because I really don't believe that anymore. I believe that it's pretty easy for them, obviously, to shoot people with rubber bullets and to throw all these smoke bombs at them and tear gas and stuff like that. And I have a feeling that there's no line in the sand for them anymore. When they get the orders, they'll just do it. Which means that we're paying all this tax money, in essence, to subjugate ourselves. And yeah, I pay taxes. Don't ever say I don't pay taxes, because I do. And it was a lot more fun when I thought that, not fun, but it was a lot more tolerable when I thought it might actually help somebody. But we're getting rid of everything that could help somebody and keeping the things that would imprison or control people. Now, I don't feel like my tax dollars go to anything worthy. And again, you can comment below. I know there are people that feel differently. But that's how I feel. And I know if I feel that way, I bet you there's about 50 million people, 70 million people in the country that feel like I do, if not more. I've worked very hard not to be prejudiced against people. It was ingrained in me, like it was ingrained in so many people my age when we were younger by our parents. They didn't know any better. They were told what to think. I overcame it. Married a Colombian woman. Had a child with that woman. And the reason I make fun of, say, Cubans on this show is not because I'm prejudiced against them. I'm really angry at what they've done over the years, at their behavior. Thinking that they do, think that they're better than all other Hispanic people. That's my opinion on them. And then to get on the boats and sing, I will vote for Donald Trump over and over and over. It's hard to feel sorry for them going back. As one man put it on YouTube, next time you get a Cuban sandwich, you can order it in Cuba. Hey, if they make better Cuban sandwiches in Cuba, write to me below. Although Cuba is now on the travel restriction list as well. Donald Trump put them on, as well as Haiti. Now, does that mean that our cruise ships can't dock in Haiti anymore? Because people get off those boats. That would be interesting. Because a lot of those routes have Haiti included. They probably have lobbyists in Washington now trying to get around that. So anyway, I have no faith in anymore in our local police, our county police, our state police, our national troops, our National Guard. I think that they will shoot us if they're told to shoot us. Hey, they won't have to have a trial then, will they? I really believe that in my heart and in my soul. And if you really do want to cope with Donald, if you have any money whatsoever, you've got to start to look into what other countries have to offer. There are countries out there that do like Americans. I don't know why. But they still accept Americans. There are other countries out there that do allow for long-time visas. I just want to escape the outright hatred of people like Stephen Miller and Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. Really wicked, mean people. All those people who were always saying, I love the troops, might get shot by the same people they said they loved. Well, that's America for you. But like I said, I had a feeling like that. This country really was ruined for me by Portland when they were shooting people with rubber bullets. By January 6th. By the fact that Trump almost won the 2020 election after all that. Him and his law and order. If he was interested in law and order, he'd actually follow the Constitution. By his pardoning of all the people on January 6th, by his payment to Ashley Babbitt's family, by his sicking the American military on the people that supposedly he serves, by using the Constitution when he feels like it and trashing it at other times, just like he does with the Bible. So you really, it's possible that in stages, how can they have another election? How can they have an election in a year and a half, knowing the Republicans will lose the House? Are they going to declare martial law to get around it? Actually, the House has to do that. Congress has to do that, not the president. officially, I believe. Unless he, again, ignores the Constitution. But I believe that there's no way they're going to willingly give up this kind of power. I always said, even if they get a one advantage vote in the Senate and in the House, it's all over. Especially after the Supreme Court. And now everybody's afraid of them. The media's afraid of them. The courts are afraid of them. The only people who aren't afraid of them are going to get shot in the street. So I'm sorry this wasn't very cheerful. However, I'm going to change the subject just for a moment. Got a little time still. Officially, under Joe Biden, America produced more energy than under Donald Trump. And now, as we go into the Trump era, the capitalist companies are saying, we don't want to sell oil for this low. We don't want to increase our production when prices are down. Makes sense. Now, of course, again, on a flip-flop, the Republicans all those years, oh, don't ever do anything to capitalism. Don't tell them how to run their businesses. And now Donald Trump is going to tell them, you have to produce more energy. He's telling Walmart, don't separate the tariff from the rest of the price. Don't charge all the tariff to the consumer. You have to eat some, Walmart. Everything that the Republican Party was supposed to stand for, they have flip-flopped. States' rights, that's gone. Not if we disagree with it. I saw a commercial on twice on the Roku station, the YouTube. It was as if people were trying to make fun of mountain people. And it was not put there, apparently. Well, maybe it was, by people who don't like guns. It was apparently to try to get people to exercise their rights. They actually talked like that as if I was going to make fun of a mountain person. And they were saying, wow, this big, beautiful bill, it got all this stuff in it now, and you can have concealed carry in every state. You just get it in your state, and it applies to every state. And all you have to do is go online and answer 6 questions. You don't have to go to no fancy classroom and take no class. Honest to God, they said that. You don't have to go to no fancy classroom. And they had a picture of like those desks that your butt hurts for a week after you get up from them. Remember those? Now, at my age, very few of us can slide in there anyway. But they actually talked like that, and that was the message. And everything's great in America right now because you can conceal carry in every state. That's the America that you really have to start if you're at all over 50 years old. I mean, you know what keeps me here is the fact that the Medicaid that I worked for all those years and the supplemental insurance I have are very good. Once they start to erode that, I can't see any reason to go through the misery and the dictatorship and the aggravation knowing that my fellow man fully supports everything that's going on. Because I don't know. I don't know why. They do, well, I don't know, what is it, Maltese, places like that. I can't imagine being there. But there are places, apparently, that want Americans. So they don't they'll take Americans that don't even have that much money, apparently. They need the population there. So check it out. There's endless videos like that online. I'm going to go away. You have a good couple of weeks. I'll be back if my Führer lets me. All right, so everybody have a good day.